All right, so I want to talk about graphing functions, and there's one easy way to do this that I really love. So first we're going to use the equation y equals 2x plus 1. A pretty simple function, but how do we graph it? So I'm going to draw my coordinate plane over here, label my x, label my y, and we'll get started. So the easiest way to graph a function is using what I call a t-table. Um, but basically what you do is draw t, put x on one side, y on the other. I'm going to pick x values. I'm going to choose -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. I have 5 x values, and now all you have to do is you plug this x into your function and then write what you get out for y. So here I have -2. So -2 times 2 is -4 plus 1 is -3. Do the same thing again. So -1 times 2 is -2 plus 1 is -1. 0. 0 is always an easy point to get. This is your y-intercept, because if you haven't gone anywhere on the x, you are on the y-axis. So an x of 0 is going to yield 1. Notice that this is in slope-intercept form, and 1 is my b value, 2 is my slope. Next, 1. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And then 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So that's what my slope looks like here. Or these are my t-table look like. And so once you have a t-table like this, then all you have to do is these are each coordinate points, and you graph them. So I'm going to start with 0, 1. So it's going to be 1, 0, 1. Next, and I'm going to check that off. Next is -1, 1. -1, -1. Boom, that would be here. -1, -1. So this would be 1, 0, 1. Next one, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to keep it even spacing on my graph here. So that'd be -2, -3. I've done this point. I'm going to do 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. And this would be 1, 3. And then the last point would be 2, 5. So 1, 2, over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 2, 5. So I've labeled the points on my graph here. I have the points labeled on my graph. I've checked off all the points from my t-table. And then if you just draw the line, connect the dots, that's how you get a good function. My teacher always taught me 3 points. There's only one line that exists through 3 points. You can have a line through any 2 points, but to line 3 up, there's only one line that exists. So it's best to graph 3, usually 5. So that's how many numbers I would say to use when you're doing this. But general idea, even if it's harder functions, such as y equals x squared plus 3x minus 2. If you're dealing with this, it follows the same idea of just pick x's and take your y value out, and that's how you graph the function. So there's how to graph a function.